and callers, and not necessarily of this station, its management, or other advertisers.
This is ContactTalkRadio.com, consciousness in action, and you are taking action into your consciousness by tuning into Contact Talk Radio.
And on TuneIn.com, Ping.fm, and UpSnap Mobile.
Contact Talk Radio.
Welcome to Conversations with Deepal, a medical intuitive and master healer. Deepal will help you expand your self-awareness, awaken your body to heal, and take you on a journey to higher spiritual levels. With all-encompassing powerful lessons, practical tools, and top insights, learn to overcome the thoughts, feelings, and emotions that keep you stuck. Each week, you will get a mind, body, and soul makeover, helping you step into your power and the life of your dreams. Welcome your host, Deepal Shah.
Welcome, everyone. Welcome to Conversations with Deepal. It's Monday. It's a beautiful day. It is nice and sunny out here in North Carolina, and I hope it is beautiful and sunny where you are. I know that the hurricane was coming through here, and we were expecting some damage, but the coast is perfectly fine. We are perfectly fine, and it's it's a beautiful sunny week and a sunny day, and I'm so happy to be here with all of you. So on this show, what we talk about is what your body is telling you through symptoms. Does the body have deeper messages for you? And are you only looking on the surface? I am so excited to be here, like I said, and for those of you who are joining today's episode, thank you. Please do connect with me with your questions and comments here today live, as I will be taking callers towards the end of the call. I would love to hear from you, all of you out there who have questions about today's topic, especially today's topic. What is energy healing? If it is something personal that you want to discuss, you can go ahead and email me at deepalshah.info or ananda4life.com. But here's the number that you can call into right now and hop on the lines. It's 844-390-8255. I'd love to connect with you guys. So again, that number is 844-390-8255. So while you guys hop on the lines, I'm going to talk about our body, diseases, just for a moment, before we dive into the main topic today. So a lot of diseases in the body have messages because they stem from trapped emotions. And sometimes we listen to our body, but most of the time, who has time to sit there and listen to their body, right? Well, folks, I feel like we're making a big mistake here because we're not listening to our body, our diseases start to go even deeper. Our discomforts start to show up even more. Our pains and aches start to aggravate us even more, trying to get our attention. So, some of you can go back and listen to my first episode, and it talks about what your body is saying through signals and symptoms if you would like. You could go to ananda4life.com and just click the podcast page, and all my episodes are right there. But you might want to start with the first episode if you're new to this. Now, I always say this, but as we evolve, our culture is starting to eat healthier. Everyone's starting to exercise more, be more mindful, find more natural ways of healing the body, healing the stress, healing their minds, bringing more peace to their body. And I hear it all the time where people will tell me that the doctor gave me these pills, but I'm not really sure if my body really needs it. I don't think I need to take these. Or the doctor's not listening to me, right? How many times do you go in and say, doctor, I'm feeling this, but they're like, nope, nope, you're just crazy. Basically, they send you to a psychologist or a therapist, right? Because they think it's just in your mind. So that's what I want to help you with. I want to help you understand, because all the things that can happen in your body can cause anxiety, fear, anger, frustration, leaving you stuck with no answers a lot of times. I don't like it when I don't have answers. And I doubt you do too. You want to know what's going on. And why is a certain disease or ailment or issue showing up in your life? So, there are solutions out there, but what is it? These thoughts can drive you crazy, and you can progressively obsess about it. You want to be in control of your health, and it is definitely time. The time is now more than ever before. There's way too many people with more diseases and at a younger age than I have ever seen before. I hear about heart attacks at the age of 40. I don't ever remember hearing about heart attacks that early. Do you? But you know what? Because of the stress and because of our environment, the age gap is going to start to get younger and younger. I recently had a niece who was diagnosed with thyroid cancer. And she's only 24, 25. How young is that? So, how can we help the new generation and our society heal? There are so many methods. But today, I really want to hit this topic because I don't think people really understand it, which is energy healing. What is it? But before I do, let me go ahead and introduce myself to those of you who may not know me. My name is Deepal, and I help people around the world heal their chronic and acute health issues as a medical intuitive coach and author. I love doing what I do, especially now in the last couple of years, because before I was selling pharmaceutical medications. So I was pushing drugs. I was pushing healing through drugs. And now I'm pushing healing through energy healing, through the healing of your own body. And it feels so good to even say that. And I want you to see how it feels in your body as I say those words, that your body can heal itself. And what got me on this natural path to healing is I myself had chronic health issues, and lots of them, especially those digestive ones from reflux and, SIBO, yeast, and all kinds of things happening in my digestive issue. And I know it was very frustrating for me. But not only that, but it was also frustrating for my husband and my kids. It was messing with my mind, my relationships, and my body, whatever this thing was. And this is when I found energy healing and learned so many modalities until I came up with my own modality, which I teach. It's called Quantum Body Awakening. And you can check it out if you'd like at anandaforlife.com and just go to the mentorship page. So if you're joining me now, listen to this episode. It's going to be great. or download this episode along with my other episodes from anandaforlife.com. And if you want to get in touch with me today and talk to me live, do dial 844-390-8255. I'd love to connect with you right here, right now, with whatever questions you may have. So let me give you my standard disclaimer before we really dive in. I'm not a doctor or a psychologist, not diagnosing or prescribing. Anything that I do share here is based off intuitive observation and or experience. Medical intuition is not meant to replace medical advice or support. I look at the energies of things on a mental, emotional, spiritual, and physical levels and report what I see and what I observed from my practice. If you would like to get in touch with me, please do so at anandaforlife.com. Now, in today's episode, like I said, I'm really excited because we're going to talk about energy healing. And I want you to think about, what does that mean to you? I want to hear about your definition of energy healing, because I get this question asked to me all the time, especially when I tell people what I do. They're like, what? Energy healing? And then I have to say, oh yeah, it's something like Reiki, right? And then they're like, oh, okay, I've heard about that. But I really don't feel like they really understand even what Reiki is. Okay? So what I've heard from some people by the end of my discussion with them is, oh, so it's like witchcraft or voodoo. Okay? And it's funny because my kids know what I do. They know how I help people and their health problems. They know how to say that. But when they get to the part of, oh yeah, mom does it through energy healing, that's when people get lost. They're like, what? So explaining the concept of energy healing seems to be difficult for some people because it's difficult for people to realize and understand that they are energy beings and that energy could get stuck in our bodies and cause diseases and ailments. I mean, we could define energy as anything, right? It's just a form of matter. It's just something. A thought is an energy. An emotion is an energy. Toxins that we take in from our environment is energy. Everything around us is energy. So when we realize that, what are we healing? It's the energies that are around us that are causing the pain and discomfort, right? So it's not voodoo, it's not witchcraft. It is another form of medicine. But it's funny how my kids have such a difficult time explaining this. So I just, I said, if they're having a difficult time, then I really need to help others understand this. Because there are so many people out there who have never heard of energy healing, who are skeptical about energy healing, and are on the fence about energy healing. But yet, they want to understand and know what their options are for healing, besides just going to the doctors. And I remember I used to be just like most people. I didn't believe in these things. I didn't believe in a lot of things because I didn't understand it. But I was desperate, and I myself was looking for answers to my own issues. And as I got deeper in the process, I found out that, wow, I can experience miracles, and I can create my own miracles, not only around me, but within me. And that's energy healing, healing the energies around me and within me. And I know I can help you do the same, whatever you're going through. So be sure to dial in today at 844-390-8255, because I'd love to connect with you and your energy. So I do want to discuss and define what energy is. And I was looking at it in the dictionary. because of course that's the place to go for everything, right? So energy is defined in physics as a property of matter and space, objects and fields. It can be transferred between objects and can also be converted in form. And as a matter of fact, it could be converted in any form. Now, all matter is energy in vibration in its core. So if we are matter and we consist of matter, which we do, then yes, we vibrate. We have a frequency that we vibrate through. Our thoughts and our emotions create that frequency and vibration. That's why you hear everyone talking about, oh, positive thoughts and negative thoughts. Every cell in our body vibrates. You are a vibrational being. And all these subatomic particles, atoms in your body cause you to vibrate. Yeah, you can't see them. It would be nice if you could. But there's a lot of that matter that you don't see, and that matter can get solidified, which means that there's energy that's stuck and it's not flowing freely in your body, which is the way it should move through your body. So let's take an emotion and how you vibrate your emotions throughout the day, okay? So let's say you're angry. One day you had a really tough day. And now you're angry inside. But you start acting in a certain way. You're moody. You don't know who to take your anger out on except everybody in the world, everybody around you, everybody that means so much to you, right? Those are the easiest victims. Our spouses, our kids, right? Our parents. And they know that you're not happy. They know you're angry. They could feel this. And now all of a sudden their mood will change as well. Here they are, these happy beings. And then you come into the picture and now they're not so happy because you're not happy. So what has happened here is that the energy you've been carrying of anger has transposed to them, these people that you care about so much. And now there's chaos between all of you. So now this energy is just bouncing back and forth, and it does not feel good because I don't know how it's going to get resolved, right? It's going to have to come from you. That's why you end up saying, oh, I'm sorry I acted that way, right? But what if you were more conscious and didn't lead everybody around you through that process? Because was it worth it to your body? Imagine how much poison you just put into your body by putting this anger within you. Think about how much your heart rate started to go up, how your stomach may have gotten all upset, how you tensed up all your muscles. That oxygen stops flowing properly. The circulation system in our body stops to flow properly when you're angry, even for a moment. It does not matter. But this energy gets transferred to everyone around you. So remember that. Okay? Because it creates bigger chaos. Now, the human body is composed of layers of energy. It's not a new concept, even though people of the new age may think so, that we are energy beings and that we have layers of energy around us. Many, many traditions speak about it. And healing methods that have been practiced for thousands of years throughout the world, it has nothing to do with religion. So I want you to remember that energy healing has nothing to do with religion or culture. It is something that these enlightened beings tapped into. And what I mean by enlightened beings is people who were so aware and conscious. Jesus, Krishna, Buddha, Yogananda, all these enlightened beings, and there's so many more. And all those people, all of you who believe that we have the power to heal, just like all of these people who actually were people, nobody knew they were enlightened beings, but they had the power to heal. And you, being an extension of this divine essence, also have the power to heal yourself and others. You've just forgotten your way. Or you dismiss it for a reason because it's not acceptable in society. And that thought process comes from a belief from a past lifetime. Because people used to be tortured for doing healings on others, or even talking about it. But it's time to now open up. Open up to your own self, open up to your own energies, and recognize the energy within you. Now, there are some, like I said, there are a few of the modalities and these healings that were happening long time ago. And now they're all coming back around. One of them is Ayurveda. It's a 5,000-year-old practice of healing the body through food and specific massage of the murma points to clear blockages. Again, we're clearing blockages. Okay, we're clearing prana. Maybe you know of it as chi, but it's universal energy that your body carries and holds. The universal energy is seen as a basic constituent and source of life, and it is in every breath of you and me. It moves through all forms and gives them life. Okay, you might recognize how beautiful one flower looks versus another. It's the life force within those flowers that you see. You might notice one avocado looks better than the other. It's the life force that you see, the energy that you see in that avocado. Okay, it's just in a solid form. Now, the Chinese in the 3rd millennium BC showed the existence of vital energy called qi, right? Ayurveda had it called prana. Chinese have the vital energy called qi, that all matter is composed of and pervaded by this universal energy composed of 2 polar forces, which is the yin and the yang. The living system exhibits physical health through the yin and the yang energies. And so they balance those energies, and that's what they focus on. And they do it through acupuncture, right? Again, it's certain points in your body, certain energies get stuck. So energy healing has been around in many forms, but it's just now that we're defining it in different ways and bringing it back to life. So you may have heard of energy medicine, energy healing, energy transformation. It is a holistic approach which is taking our community some time to accept. But the more we do, the better it will be for everyone, because it will give you more options. And that's what we want. We want options in life, right? How many of you want options? It's nice to have them. Well, what about having options with your health, right? How important is that? Now you may say, well, how does energy healing work? It works through the energy system of the body. And one of those systems that I mentioned earlier was your energy field, the energy around you. Some people call it aura. Okay? It is the subtle aspect and extension of our physical body. And it holds our feelings and thoughts, reactions, attitudes, relationship patterns, belief systems, and more. We're all always sensing and responding to one another in our environment through this particular field. Do you ever think about someone and all of a sudden you get that phone call and you're like, oh my gosh, I was just thinking about you. That's so weird. And so you're in awe that how can this have happened? Well, it's energy. You're already using energy. You just don't know it. So pay attention next time somebody calls you. You know, you're thinking about them and all of a sudden you pick up the phone and it's them on the other side. Be aware of somebody in your own energy field. When you go to the grocery store and you're not even turned around, but yet you feel somebody, so you turn around and look at them. And there's somebody standing maybe a little too close. Maybe they're standing quite far, but you still feel their energy. You're not really sure about it, what you're sensing or feeling, but you feel something. And that's energy, guys. You're feeling other people. So I want you to become more aware and more conscious, because the more you do that, the more you'll tap into energy and energy healing and your body. Now with energy healing, you are integrating and healing all aspects of the body and the mind, the emotions, the beliefs, which work very deep layers and levels within your physical body. They get trapped anywhere. It could get blocked and trap the flow of prana or chi within your body. And that's why you're not feeling so great sometimes, right? Maybe you just come home exhausted and you're feeling it for days and you're not really sure why. So here's a food for thought. Have you ever had a physical condition that recurs and then you're wondering, why is it coming back? I thought the medicine was supposed to help. It's because you haven't worked the complete system of your body, mind, and emotions. We have to work through that and clear the blockages through those areas. Because we are made up of energy and everything around us is made up of energy, we can actually change the energy of things because energy is transferable. So we can change our body, our mind, and our emotions, but we have to be willing to do that and taking the time to do that. So an energy healer, what are they doing? They're actually transferring energy, high vibrational, loving, healing energy, frequencies into the area of concern for you or multiple areas that you have concerns about. And how is this energy transfer happening? And like I said, you do it every single day. Did you know that you can actually change the energy of your water? You may have heard about Dr. Masaru Emoto's experiment on water. After placing positive words, playing uplifting music, and sending prayer to the glass of water, it created these beautiful crystals in the water, which were visible through a microscope. On the other hand, after negative words were expressed and pasted on the glass of water, he observed disfigured and disturbing images in the water. If you think about it, the fact is that our body is made up of 75% of water. Think what these simple things of changing the energy of water can do for you physiologically. Water conducts energy and it's very transformable. It changes depending on what the offering or intention is. And it's the easiest exercise that you can do to feel the energy. So try it and see for yourself. I want you to grab a glass of water and I want you to just get it from the tap and taste it. Just taste the water. Notice what the taste is like. Observe it. Because sometimes you're like, God, this water tastes awful. Right? There's a lot of chlorine in it, or ooh, there's stuff in my water. Yeah, well, look at everything it's gone through, all the curves and all the piping. It's gone through dimensions to get to you. So take about 2 minutes and put your hand around the glass full of this yummy water. And I want you to send positive intentions, positive thought. Send your love from your heart space. And then I want you to take a taste of this very same water that's in that glass. You may even see little bubbles show up because they're happy molecules. So we're changing the molecules within the water. We're not changing the chemistry. Here's a story about water. In India, anytime someone enters our home, we offer water. Because back in the day, long time ago, people used to travel from far away. And it was the thing to do is to give them water because they didn't have water bottles that they carried with them. So showing our hospitality, we would offer water. It was something that was quick that we can offer to quench the thirst. Because remember, we're made up of 72% water. Most people take the water either because they're thirsty or they're just showing respect. Even though if they don't want it, they'll still take the water. However, I remember when I was growing up as a child, my mom always taught us to offer water. She never shared the science behind it or why we did that. She just said, when people come over, you give them water. And so I did. This one time I'll never forget, this guru stayed at my aunt's house, and he wouldn't drink the water. And I didn't understand why an enlightened being such as this guru who had come to visit didn't want water. But now, as I study energy medicine and the effects of negative energy can have on the body and the mind, it makes sense. Because everything has energy, and when you touch something, you're putting your energy into it. And the guru, now that I reflect back, of course, he's thinking in that sense too. He has no idea what kind of energy I've been carrying, whether I was mad or happy when I poured his water, whether I just got in a fight with my mom or dad or whatever. But all the energy gets transferred even when you're giving somebody else something. Okay? Sometimes you'll give somebody something with love, and then other times you're like, here you go. If you want it, here you go. Right? Think of how much love is in that one. There's none. Think of what kind of energy and vibration is in that one. There's none. It's dead energy. At least it feels like it. So energy continues to be transferred, and that's why it's so important to work with energy healing. We don't stop and recognize these little things that can have an impact on our body and our mind, that other people's energy can affect us. Because not all energy is your energy. It could be someone else's. And that could cause your emotions, your moodiness. It could cause you exhaustion. But this is what creates despair and disruptions in our lives. And we have to identify these differences between our energy and someone else's. Let me tell you, there are many times that my husband will get mad at the kids, because he's tired, he's been running around. And then I'll start to act that way as well. Until I realized that that was happening, that I was taking on all of his energy and contributing to this, I had to learn from my own experiences how this was affecting the family and the kids. So take a notice on how you feel at the end of the day. What are you transferring onto your family members? It is very, very important. If you show happiness, all the people around you will show happiness, and things will get done. We always wonder why things aren't getting done. It's because of the energy we're portraying out into the world, out in the universe. Telling the universe, okay, I want more of this. I'm stressed. I want more of it, even though you may not be saying it. But how many times do you say, I'm stressed, I'm stressed, I'm stressed? The universe, that's all it's hearing, the vibration and the frequency, that I am stressed. So now you're even more stressed, right? And so energy healing, it's not a gift. Everyone can do energy healing. You know, I want you to bring awareness to your body. And I want you to just bring in some consciousness right now and just tune into your body. Where are you feeling stuck? Where are you feeling constriction? That's where energy is stuck. It might be stuck in your big toe. It might be stuck in your calf. It might be stuck in your hips. Maybe in your heart, you're feeling some pain in your heart or pressure. That's where energy is stuck. So let me help you release that, okay? And then we'll talk about how does energy get stuck, all right? So just close your eyes just for a moment. Go back and go ahead and concentrate on that space of where you feel constriction and where that energy feels stuck. And what I want you to do right now is I want you to go ahead and tighten up your feet. Feel the tightness and constriction in your feet. And now release. Tighten up your calves. Tighten, tighten, and now release. Tighten up your thighs and your hips. Tighten, 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 and now release. Let's move up to the abdominal area, and I want you to tighten up your abs. Feel those ribs tightening up. Tighten, 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 and release. Go ahead and tighten up the space right around your chest. Your shoulders will tighten up. Your arms might tighten up. Go ahead and make a fist. And go ahead and tighten that entire area. Your arms, your chest. Tighten, 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 and release. And I want you to tighten up your neck and your face, and you may make funny faces, and that's okay. But I want you to tighten all this up, the neck and your face. Tighten, 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 and release. Now notice how your body feels. Just take a nice deep breath in and a nice breath out. Open your eyes and notice if that energy still feels stuck. And if it does, I do want you to connect with me here today. And if you can't, please do connect with me at Deepal Shah at ananda4life.com, or just go to my website, ananda, the number 4, life.com. And you'll be able to just hit the contact button and go ahead and ask me your questions. And I'll definitely be able to help you as to why your body's not releasing if it hasn't already. Okay, if you want to dive deeper, let's do it. Now, this energy, how did it get stuck in your body? Well, it gets stuck because you allowed it to get stuck. Since our body is a form of matter, we take energy from our environment. We take energy from everyone around us. We allow energies to get stuck in our body. So instead of just allowing them to pass through us, it's easier to just let it get stuck because the energies of negativity is so dense that it gets stuck. The positive energy just flows right through, right? You'll notice that because you'll start to feel like you're on a high when you're happy, right? But that negativity, it's very dense energy. Because how many of you hold on to resentment, anger, revenge? You go through life and everyone's experiences have been different. Their upbringing is different. The cell memory is different. So this plays a role in how our body plays out. This is why energy healing is so beneficial, because it helps release and clear those energies that are stuck. So you may be asking, well, how is energy healing actually practiced? And can energy healing help me? Well, within energy healing, we as healers, coaches, practitioners, therapists, use life force energy. We become the conduits of light, allowing that light to pass through us, come through us and pass on to you with our healing intentions to remove the blocks in your body and to stimulate the body's ability to heal itself. So the energy healer will help bring the client's energy field. Remember, that's the field that's outside of us, layers of energy. The chakras, which is another energy field or another energy system. And the energy healer will help bring the body into balance to improve your health and wellness. Now, a lot of this healing is done on the client's part. So remember, a lot of it is coming from you. The energy healer is just assisting the energies, the frequencies, the vibrations, the light. It is you who is accepting it and training to it, consciously wanting it. And that's when you start feeling differences in your body. Believe it or not, there's hundreds of modalities out there, including healing touch, quantum touch, access consciousness, pranic healing, EFTs, and you may have tried or heard of these. But the main goal of each and every energy modality is to attain balance within the body and the mind so that it could bring harmony within your body, bring that homeostasis to the body, which the body has lost. And that's why the dis-ease or the disease or discomforts happening in your body. So again, energy healing is not voodoo, it's not religion, it's not a cultural thing or witchcraft. It is a science that is again coming to life and more awareness. And people are recognizing it and trying to understand it. So I want you to, if you're listening to this podcast, I want you to practice some of the things that I've shared with you about how you can feel energy, because everybody can. It has helped so many people around the world. And here's some of the ailments that I see in my practice: obesity, thyroid, heart disease, diabetes, gallstones, anxiety, depression, seizures, cancer, vision problems, teeth problems, ear issues, back problems, fibromyalgia, back pain, if I haven't said it already, digestive issues, and so many more. But right now, I want to give you another way of healing if you haven't considered it. And I'm not saying that energy medicine is the only way to go. I'm saying that it's another option and another approach that you can take to heal your body, no matter what you're dealing with. You know, I had a mom that came to me with her child when I first started practicing, and the little girl was 2 years old. Her mom used to give her 3 enemas a week because she would not go to the bathroom. It was horrifying for the mom and the child. But just after one session together, the child no longer needed enemas. It was amazing. And there are so many stories that you can check out at anandaforlife.com. You could go under the testimonial page and check it out there, because there are so many amazing testimonials of how energy healing has helped so many people through hysterectomies, menopause, migraines, headaches, stress, whatever you're dealing with. Don't close your options. So go ahead and check those out at anandaforlife.com. And also grab your free stress relief kit while you're at anandaforlife.com. If you haven't already, I highly recommend it. It contains 3 amazing tools that you can use anywhere and everywhere. So grab that right now so that you can start your healing journey. Now, what we discussed today is very important and very pertinent to your well-being, and I care about you. So don't close any of your options in life, because there are just so many available. And you are a light being. The more you realize this, the more you will start seeing miracles in and around you. So you know where they say, be the change? This is where you can start being the change by changing the energy. So if you're listening to this podcast, thank you for downloading. Thank you for playing my podcast. I would love it if you would share this podcast with others. Do your friends and family and everyone you know a favor and share this podcast that you love so much. We can always help everyone in the world understand that we do have other options. And one of those options is energy healing. So thank you so much for joining me. I will see you next time, next Monday at 12 p.m. Eastern. And thank you for joining me again. Namaste.
Enjoy